tutorial I'm going to show you how to add a Polaroid picture which is similar to this into your InDesign document that you've been making. So what we're going to do is going to make a frame for it. We're going to fill the frame in white. We're going to add a picture, a graphics frame in the middle of it, add some drop shadow and some text. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to it and we're going to use the rectangle tool. And we're going to press W to make sure we bring back on our track lines, and we're going to draw in a rectangle. It's going to be roughly about that big. Okay, then when we've got it in there, what we need to do is we need to activate its how it warps to the text that's already on the screen. So let's just make sure I put it in the right place. Actually, whoops, my fault. Start again. That should be on the text layer, not on the graphics layer. So what I needed to do is go into layers, lock off the graphics layer and go to text and use the rectangle tool. Make sure we're working off the text layer, draw the rectangle in, like so. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to move it roughly into position by clicking on it, using the selection tool, pulling it to where we want it. We're going to rotate it using the rotation tool, which is there, a little bit. So, and all we do is we click on rotation, click in there, hold the mouse button down and rotate it a little bit, like so, until we get it like how we want it. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we need to warp the text around this so we can get a good idea of what this looks like. So what we'll do is we'll go up to here, and click on this one here. And that basically warps, we'll click on that one, and basically what that does is that warps our text, but it also gives us an additional border around it, like so. So let's move it in so that we can get all the text. Good, moving it using the arrow keys, and that looks quite good. Now, to change the size of this box around the outside, what we do is we change the points. So we change that to 0.5 for now, to make it a little bit smaller. So once we've got that, the next thing we need to do is we need to add our graphics frame. So what we're going to do is, in this frame, we're going to draw another square using the graphics frame. We draw it in. It's about that big. Going to rotate it to the same number of degrees as this one. So I click on it, it says it's -9. See there? So click on that. Type into here, -9. And then what we do is we're going to move it, get it into the middle. And we're just going to pull these out a bit, okay, until they are sort of touching the edge. Like so. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some colour to our bottom frame. So we're going to go to the subselection tool, which is here, click on the frame that we want to add colour to, go to colour, click on the black first of all to make sure that we've activated the fill, and we're going to move that to white. And that's added a white colour, but we won't see it yet, but yeah, let's just make it a little bit grey, like that, just so it stands out a little bit. Okay, so we've got that, that's in there, excellent. The next thing we want to do to our frame before we add the picture and text is we're going to do drop shadow. So we're going to click on it, go up to FX at the top, and we've got loads of different effects that you can apply to the various elements that you're creating when you're creating your print product. So click on drop shadow. Okay, now what we've got here is our distance from the frame, so how far away it comes from the text frame or the object. I've got the angle of the light, and we've got the size, so how big it is. So I want to change this to about 1 centimetre. Okay, and notice that it previews it on the page when you click down. See, like that? So change it to about 1. I'm going to put the distance a bit closer, so I'm going to change that to about 0.2. Okay, so it brings it a bit closer. So that's our drop shadow added. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we need to add the picture into here. So what I've done in Photoshop is I've taken the picture, cropped it like we talked about last time by finding the size of our text frame, remember up here, and setting up the crop tool with the dimensions in there in Photoshop. So I've done that, and I've already saved this picture as Chemical Brothers Live Edit in my folder. So I'm going to go File, click on it first of all there, so select it, File, Place, Chemical Brothers Live Edit, open. Okay, now it's a bit too big. If it appears a bit too big, what you can do is you can right click on it and go Fitting, Fit Content to Frame, and that will minimise it so it fits in there. Okay, the final thing to do is need to add the text. So click on Text Tool, go down to here, type in Ed Playing Live at Grade. What we do is change the font. Make that size 9. Fit the content to the frame again, like we've been doing all along, so you can easily move this. Right click, Fitting, Fit Frame to Content. Now we need to get the text and we need to place it in this area here. Now just watch what happens when I do it, and I'll try and drag and drop it. It's really important that you watch this, because what you can see is that the content has now disappeared when I put it in place, and it's given me a little red tick, well, like plus box there. So to get our and the reason for this is that we selected this frame and we selected that option for it. So we told everything to wrap around the text box, the frame that we've got our picture in. So in order to get the text onto the screen, what you need to do is click on the red and just click into the frame like that, and it will snap that text into and attach it inside our content frame that we've made. So there we go, there's our Polaroid. Now the next thing we want to do, guys, and this is really useful for you for when you're doing this, is you want to group all this together so you can move it and edit it in different ways. So to do that, click on the first element, hold down Shift, click on the second, click on the frame. So we've got all three edited, selected, right click, go to group. Now this is all one group, so if we want to move it around and play around with what it looks like, that gives us the option to do it, and it will move everything at the same time.